Well, Chapel Lane, 6:30. So good to be with you, James and Pete, and just bring you that video we told you we would in our Wednesday video with some more details about what Chapel Lane is going to be looking like, the new 6:30 moving forward. So, James, pretty exciting, isn't it, with Chapel Lane? Why don't you tell us a bit about what's happening?
Yeah, so like you, I mean, excited is the kind of operative word right now. God's been really good to us during this season, but it's been really frustrating not to be able to gather weekly together. And so I'm just so delighted that we're going to be able to meet weekly together on site here and just be together again as Chapel Lane. So that's delightful.
All of Chapel Lane every week.
Can fit, yeah, which is great.
Unreal.
Yeah, so that's brilliant.
And it's worth saying, plenty of our church can't do that yet. Like no one in the morning can, but 4:30 can, 6:30 can. We're so pleased.
So it does raise a question about the live stream. We're going to stop the live stream.
Yeah.
And in one sense, we don't need the live stream because everyone can be here, but we know there's a handful of people for whom either through their career or they're caring for someone who's at risk, and so they're nervous about being back here on site. And so for them, we want to serve them. We're going to keep the live stream going.
Okay, great.
Which means we can still do Q&A through the Facebook feed, and that's been a really delightful way to do Q&A as well. So I've really loved that.
Yeah. Now, 95 people from Chapel Lane told us that they were coming back, and they'd be at 6:30. The room only holds 100, which means there's only space for 5 extras, and that's just nothing because we know that Chapel Lane can easily get up to 130. Is there a strategy for how we manage those numbers so we can still be here every week?
Yeah, so we're still working out details, but our kind of dream, our vision is to be able to stream up into the white room, that's up at the back of the property, to set that up as a really nice space, very comfortable. For those who are there for that, the overflow, they get barista coffee every week for their supper.
Wow.
Those in the auditorium don't get barista coffee,
Wow.
so
Okay.
that's special. And we'd love to have one of the kind of senior staff there each week to just engage and be part of that service, because those two won't be able to mingle because of the mingling requirements.
Right.
So we don't want the overflow to be like, oh, we got the bad deal. It's actually a really special time for a small group of people together.
And so 5 community groups, 1 week in 5, if
Possibly,
we're hitting our numbers.
Yeah, possibly
Something
a
like
community
that.
group would do it, or some other way. So we're still working out the details, but we've got to plan some ideas for that so that we're not having to send people away.
Okay, now we've loved Hub at Home.
Yes.
Well, firstly, we've loved the Hub,
Yes.
the original Hub.
I always Hub.
And then we've loved Hub at Home, different but amazing.
Yeah.
What's happening with the Hub?
Yeah, so because we're basically back on site, we're going to transition the Hub at Home back to the old physical hub.
Right.
And so the way that will work is you arrive, and so the hub will be set up as per normal out of the servery on the driveway. We can't mill around and have the hub like we used to. So you put in your order for coffee or tea or hot chocolate, come and sit down in the auditorium, 1.5 distance, and then one of the team will bring you your coffee or your tea or whatever to be as a part of the hub.
So if church starts at 6:30, when would the Hub start?
Hub will start at 6.
Okay, so half an hour.
Yeah, to catch up and use that opportunity to gather. And I know pre-COVID that was a really special time for Chapel Lane just to kind of hang out together.
Yeah. It's probably worth pointing out to Chapel Lane that, or 6 p.m. actually, the 6 p.m. service that we had, that during this season we've actually really loved coming back and doing that second service here. There's been so much energy, hasn't there, in the room when we've had the 5 p.m. and the 6:45 together. We've been so thankful to you for your support, encouragement, and energy at this time. James, it's just been a delight, hasn't it?
Yeah. And we trust that God will continue to provide, and God's people will continue to do what they do at Norwest, which is to love and serve each other as we love and serve Jesus together. So looking forward to the next chapter, whatever God's got prepared for us, and delighted to be doing it with you. God bless you, and see you soon.
See you on the weekend.